They say everything's bigger in Texas, and that's probably generally true, actually. I say that because on the license plate of this card art it says Big Tex. And if you think about the Smokey and the Bandit movie, there was a 1975 Cadillac Eldorado convertible with giant bullhorns on the front of it. I really hope that someone takes on that car, the Smokey and the Bandit convertible version of this thing. Anyways, let's see here. We got this whatever limited by, but I don't think that's very limited. But this was the top of the line caddy back in 1975, and 35,000 of them are made. And this is Cerise Fire Mist Poly. Okay, this is actually my first autoworld that is not a lowrider, so I haven't seen this kind of card art before. Okay, well, anyways, let's take a look at this thing. So the Eldorado dates back to 1952 and silver 12 generations. This is supposed to be the 9th generation that was available between 1971 and 1978. And there's an 8.2 liter V8 engine up front, powering the rear wheels. And then I guess this grew 2 inches in length and 6 inches in wheelbase versus the older, the previous 11th generation. And this has full seating for 6 adults. So that's makes it obviously a really big vehicle. It has frameless windows, so that's nice. And then this opera window here is new in the widened C-pillar. That's what I learned about it here on the internet. They also ditched the fender skirts on the 1975 model, and then it's supposed to have some sharper, crisper lines and rectangular headlamps, which they seem to have here. Okay, so well, let's just let me get a better angle here. Get that photo. Focus on the model. It's got the egg crate grille, the rectangular lamps, the bumpers, the bumperettes, the giant side marker lights, the wheels here. Yeah, they look pretty accurate, I guess, to that photo, right? I think in general looks pretty good. Alright, let's try the rear view here. Alright, so it's kind of hard to focus on two things though at different distances. I guess I'll leave it to you to decide, but I guess I'm okay with it. Alright, well, let's get a better light angle and just take a look at the casting here in closer detail. What is this? Uh-oh, might be a paint chip or something there. Okay, so naturally it's a long vehicle. And yeah, the wheels, I guess, unfortunately my camera has a hard time focusing on chrome, but they look like, smooth hubcaps. Truthfully, the center is a little bit too small. It should be a lot bigger. These little ridges around the rim should be a lot smaller. So the wheel actually isn't that accurate when I look at photos of the real car. It's nice that there's a sidewall, white stripe here on the tire. That is kind of accurate. Alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Ideally, it might have a silver box around it, though. Okay, this little raised trim here is looking pretty good. Maybe it could have been painted silver, because I think it's chrome on the real car. But they did paint silver down here, so that's pretty accurate. And then down here as well, so that's good. Alright, and the back here it says Eldorado, I think, or Cadillac, let's see. Eldorado, yeah, so it's legible. Pretty nice script there. Oh, and look, now I actually do see silver paint here. It's so reflective, I couldn't even see it with the naked eye. So yeah, never mind, this strip is good. And then we have some silver on the door handle and the key lock. It's not 100%, hitting the mark, but at least it's there. What about this Cadillac logo here? That's pretty good. I mean, look at my dental pick. That's a really small logo, and yet there's still color in there, so that's pretty impressive. And all the silver trim around the windows is looking pretty good. This is under super high magnification here, so that's pretty good. Alright, let me back out. Can't really see those imperfections to the naked eye when you can see the paint imperfections on the magnification, so I'm okay with it. The ghostly white headlights, it's too bad they don't print like Hot Wheels, but the egg crate grille looks pretty nice. And then it does say big tax. Alright, so that's good. A little white paint here for the lights down here. Pretty good. Alright, so now let's see if the engine hood will open. Come on now. Alright, oh, okay, so this one actually opened, so that's good. Boy. I don't get excited about something that looks like that. Right, that just looks like a blob of blue stuff, blue shapes. It's really not. If you look up a photo of an engine, it doesn't look so plain. It almost looks like a Hot Wheels engine. It's just, the blue part looks like it belongs in a Hot Wheels, and then it has an air cover and a little bit of a radiator. So it's a little bit better, but not much. Yeah, so it's typical, you know, it's not just autoworld, but green light and all that stuff. Any car with opening hood panels, I just think it's not worth it, because, you know, this bothers me. But anyways, yeah, unfortunately there's also some silver there. I don't know, I think that's actually paint. It's not a chip of the metallic or maroon color, cerise color. Okay, well, there's a little contaminant to the paint up there, unfortunately. But it's pretty nice, the paint color at least. The clear coat isn't very smooth, you know, it's very orange peely. You can see it in the reflection, but I guess it's okay for the price. What's really nice though is this silver additional printing here, you know, going around the hood. I would have to assume that's on the real car, because there's a lot of extra work that they're doing. But it's nice, interesting detail. Okay. So this side, yeah. Now I think that might be a casting problem. It's really, or something wrong with the clear coat there. Okay. Well, that's interesting. This is actually black. I'm looking at it now off screen. This trim line is black. So the reflection makes it look like it's silver, but when I look at it here, it is actually black, which is kind of weird. The real car has a chrome trim thing there. So weird that they chose black there when it should have been silver, because everything else is painted silver. Why would they change the color? It's weird. Okay, well, let's go to the back here. This looks pretty nice. You got the, you know, the license plate, something in there. You got the Cadillac logo. I mean, it's pretty well detailed for something that small. Again, for the reference, here's my dental pick. Right, Eldorado there. The painted lights look pretty good. Like the silver is pretty square. It's sharp edged. The silver here and with some red, that one's good. This one's a little bit messed up on the top. But all in all, I think it's alright. Molded in bumpers, but still they're painted okay, so it's okay. Now, this is quite an interesting interior. Obviously it's not painted very well, this dashboard, some sort of thing going on there, but it's interesting it's a red dashboard, white interior. I like the white of the interior because you can see the details a lot. Unfortunately, the dashboard, you can see a giant gap there. You know, it's not pressed up against the glass enough, or it should really continue below this clear plastic so you can't see that gap. So that's like a design problem with the, you know, the mold design. And I think maybe it's also due to the fact that it has this opening hood. Maybe that's why. Because the hinges have to have some space to do something, right? So, boy, that's too bad. I don't know. Could that gap be gone if this thing didn't open? I'm sure it would, because Kyosho's never show that. They never show that gap there. So that's another reason why opening panels are not good. Alright. Well, anyways, at least there's no QC problems on this one. my other Cadillac, you know, I had a jacked up wheel and I totally messed it up trying to fix it. So, in fact, I'll show you guys that car. So this is the, you know, the lowrider Cadillac here. And if you watch the video, this wheel just wasn't pressed onto the axle. So I put a little plastic bushing down. I tried to push it together, but it just torqued it out, and then all the chrome on the wheel, you know, got messed up here and there. So there's simply no way to fix it unless you drill the car apart. But I didn't feel like drilling this apart just to, you know, fix this wheel. But so if you run into that problem on this particular casting and you want to keep the chrome of the tire, you're gonna have to drill it apart. So that's one of the problems with riveted together cars. You can't really fix them, not easily. So that's what happened to that one. Alright, so I'm actually quite happy that this one doesn't have such problems. It's just a matter of the paint, you know. It's not particularly perfect, but I suppose for this price point, maybe it can't be perfect. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I mean, some Hot Wheels do have perfect paint jobs, and they cost a lot less than this thing, so I guess it can be done. Oh well, Autoworld, hopefully you can clean up your act a little bit more. It's still a pretty cool model. I just think there's room for improvement. Okay, well, let's get a spin of recognition here before it vanishes into the history of my video reviews. So, well, this is my fourth Autoworld. 3 of the 4 are, I think, acceptable, including this one. It was just the other Cadillac had some major quality problems. And I think maybe I'll try some more Autoworlds in the future. I do hope that they make the convertible version of this, though, again, so we can get the Smokey and the Bandit thing going. And then maybe a custom lowrider of this one. I'd be open to that. Okay, well, anyways, rambling on, so I guess I'll leave it be, and we'll see you in the next review. Thanks.